like that song. Now what? Soldier Boy been it. Oh, why me lean that? Why me rock? Superman that. Oh,
we good. We're live.
What a great way to start out.
Wow. We starting off with Big Draco in the building.
It's always a good day when you start the day off with Big Draco. Welcome.
What's good, Underground? Get down. We back. It's Wednesday. You know how we do. What up? What up? Happy Wednesday.
You know the deal.
Hey, you guys. We got a special guest in the house tonight. We know you like it when we have guests. So we have our very first producer on the show.
Hey, okay.
we always have a lot of artists, so we got a lot of questions for you.
Okay. Definitely.
And
you are an artist yourself, so we definitely are going to pick your brain about some different perspectives.
Cool. Let's do it.
But let's just talk about some stuff. First, some entertainment, maybe some garbage. Real quick.
You know, we're not above talking trash, so.
I mean, you know, hey, you got to, you know, make a little time for it.
Yeah.
You know, we should just get it over with. You know.
Some motivation for your ears. Damn, man. We always talking about them, but Kylie is officially the youngest billionaire.
Hey.
As of today.
Actually, congratulations to her.
No, I'm not hating. I said some motivation for your ears.
Hell yeah. Congratulations to her. I'm just thinking of my future nieces, nephews, my future kids, how I'm going to help them to be billionaires, because to me, this made shit real. Like, oh, okay, we're billionaires now? Okay. She unlocked a whole nother level for everybody.
Yeah, the thing about her is she really maximized her clout.
She did.
So many people out there have it, but they're not using it like her.
I mean, she took advantage of it. As
yeah.
Generational wealth. So.
That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah. That's what
I'm saying. She wouldn't be there without them lip kits, though. So I'm saying she really took advantage of it.
Hey, you know, it's a monopoly. They doing it. So.
It is. Yeah. Shout out to her. That's real motivation right there. Shoo, 21 and a billionaire.
What you gonna do with
and
that?
And a mom.
Oh, damn, I forgot about that.
Right.
She already has an established
life. What are we doing?
Life.
What are we doing?
I'm not even going to try to compete with her at this point. Like, I'm just going to create a new path because I can't follow that one. But, yeah.
Not even close.
Goals. For real.
In my mind, I'm close, but...
Well, we're past 21.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like, that ship has sailed. Goodbye. I can't even see it in the distance.
Yeah, I mean, she 21, but she probably like a cool 38.
You right.
She like 38. She did so many things that we haven't done before.
On everything.
She like 38. But, I mean, it's cool though. I mean, you know, it's a different type of lifestyle, you know, as far as what she been exposed to. So, you know, that's why in entertainment you would see somebody old with somebody young, and it don't matter because they're in the same class.
Yeah, so, that's so true.
You know,
right?
Oh,
I mean, you gotta imagine.
So that was okay for R. Kelly?
No, I knew that was coming.
That no was on deck. No.
Hell no.
Okay, look. Absolutely not. And you know, I said in the same class, like though. I mean, seemed like he was, you know, dealing with people that wasn't even in entertainment. No, I get it, but that was funny. You had to do that. I mean, I would have did it too.
Yeah,
I would have did it worse.
Did you guys see his?
They were in that class. No.
Yeah. Did you guys see his latest interview?
His
I saw the memes.
Was he
the
acting
Jordan crying
or what?
face is officially retired as a meme. It's now the R. Kelly crying face.
Yeah, that's funny.
So I've heard sound bites.
Well,
you actually watched it, Ron?
Yeah, I seen it. I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah. He gets mad.
Oh yeah, he mad.
I'm gonna watch it. I haven't had time, but I'm gonna watch that one.
In the cell now, so.
Man.
Hey, it is what it is.
He stands up. He's like, I hope the
He
camera's
let
still running.
all emotions out.
Hey, but he's fighting for his life apparently. Like them kids wasn't.
No, exactly.
I'm too drunk for this.
Wait. So okay, so get this. R. Kelly had the documentary come out, right? He's at least he can still speak on whether he's giving us lies and bullshit. He can still stand up for himself. So I want to know, how do y'all feel about that documentary that came out about Michael Jackson? Did you guys get a chance to watch that yet?
No, I haven't watched that one either. I did hear about it.
I haven't, but I don't like it.
It's called Leaving Neverland. I haven't watched it either, but my thing is, I know he had these allegations when he was alive, but he's not even alive anymore for them to come out with the whole documentary. Like, I'm comparing the two. At least R. Kelly can do this.
He can defend himself, or at least try.
Michael Jackson can.
I mean, he can, but
so how do y'all feel about it?
I mean, be honest, my stance is kind of similar with both. I feel like it was some faulty parenting going on.
In Michael Jackson's
girls, right?
case, especially
With both.
Oh yeah. On both ends.
Oh yeah, actually.
But I mean, Michael Jackson, he's not alive to defend himself, but I mean, R. Kelly alive and he lying. So
That's true. That's true.
What's the point?
At least he's giving a chance.
At least Michael
though.
not lying to us right now. He can't lie to us if he was or whatever. But yeah, R. Kelly lying. I got sisters.
So, at least with Michael Jackson, all we have is that question. With R. Kelly, we can visibly see him bullshitting all of us. Exactly. And that hurts a little bit more, especially if you grew up on his music.
He got the P tapes to, like, you know, so unfortunately, like you said, he's lying.
And
Can't
I don't know what about their two situations that hits me differently, but for some reason, Michael Jackson's story just hits me differently.
In
it's
both cases,
it's almost like I don't want to believe it. It's almost like because
we've seen Jackson the American Dream.
Not even that. There was interviews. It depends on what you believe in, but there was interviews before he passed away that his sister had, where Michael was saying that they're coming for him.
And I saw that.
They're trying to kill him, and he knew it. So there's just a lot of fishy stuff that goes on with Michael Jackson, and I know the media has their way of portraying you the way they want you to be portrayed.
Yeah, the reason I'm really skeptical of that story is because his doctor came out and said he was chemically castrated to preserve his voice, which makes sense because he has a very, very feminine and high-pitched voice. And plus, him being a child star and how corrupt his dad was, it makes sense that they would want to preserve that childlike voice. You know, and so if he is chemically castrated, that means he doesn't even have the testosterone necessary to be sexually attracted to anything. So if it was happening, there was more psychological things going on than it just being, you know,
Smart
sexual.
young man.
Tell me about
When
it.
he used to come up just running around. Yeah, it's not that young. Yeah, he's gone.
But yeah, so because of that damn documentary, I'm telling you, something just don't sit. I don't want to believe it.
I'm not gonna watch it.
I might not.
I'm not gonna watch it just because you know, I don't want to you know, fill my spirit up with that.
Yeah, you don't want to tarnish that.
I seen the R. Kelly stuff, and it's like it's something to watch, but I don't know, it's not entertaining after a while. I don't want to see nothing traumatic or no people.
I watched it
I
for
don't want to
15
see
minutes.
people hurt, and
I think many of us are tired of it too, because it's like you have
exactly
like too many people up there, too many known people up there who's coming out with all these crazy ass.
Not only that, the thing that upsets me is this inner circle that's allowing this to go on. Yeah, that's what's upsetting to me, and that's why I had the same thing. I left it on in the background, but I think I only paid attention for like 15 minutes after his bodyguard was like talking about Aaliyah, and I was just like, I can't even watch this. Y'all knew what was going on.
That was weird. That was weird because like, y'all.
They knew.
Yeah. I mean, but they was helping.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
That's what she's saying. That's what bothers her is the people around it also knew. They're just as guilty.
Because I know I have a really small, tight circle, but if I'm going to step out of line, they're instantly going to check me. Like, I can't even have a negative thought about myself, let alone thinking about doing something that's wrong or preying on a vulnerable person. So that's why when I see that, I'm just like, y'all fake.
Yeah, I mean, you could say, oh, everybody pointing the finger at, oh, he was doing this and this and that, but I mean, bro, if you went to go pick her up, bro,
you just said
exactly.
Right.
I ain't never did nothing with an underage girl. I only picked her up and delivered her.
I think they should be charged too as an accomplice.
Yeah. No, for real.
No, real spit. Not even being funny, real spit. But what's crazy is like, so I guess the Canadian and New Zealand radio stations are no longer gonna play Michael Jackson music, which is like crazy because like he's a real music legend.
I think knowing that information, I'm not gonna watch it because he is a legend. He broke barriers. He crossed color lines. Like he did a lot. Yeah, like literally crossed color lines.
I didn't even catch that until you laughed.
He literally crossed color lines.
The first Neapolitan singer ever.
But he is a legend, so God, I don't know.
Man,
it's conflicting. That's really conflicting because when I need my spirits lifted, I do listen to.
So he's
Michael
the first
Jackson.
Obama. Yeah. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. It's funny because I thought about that today. But man, Michael Jackson, he is a legend, just like R. Kelly is, and I like both of their music, but.
I put Michael on a different pedestal.
I do too.
Though.
I mean, thing is, we probably shouldn't put none of them on pedestals
because they're just people.
You're right, but
it's tough, though.
I'm just speaking in terms of music.
You being realistic though. We being realistic because we enjoy these people so much. So the idea of them doing something terrible, it's just like no.
Yeah, it's kind of like devastating.
But no, yeah, of course. So that's normal. So.
Yeah.
But in terms of not playing his music on the radio stations no more, I see where they're coming from because even though if we don't agree to stop playing his music, there's many people who see. Well, there's sufficient enough evidence to say that he did do some crazy shit. Let's not support it no more.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm trying to figure out what the motive was for it to come out now. Because now you see R. Kelly documentary, so you want to capitalize off of it.
Yeah,
it's a trend.
They just copycat.
That's what I'm saying. They not even doing it for the right thing.
They just copycat. That's it. They just copycat.
Right now, it's the Me Too movement.
Of course.
All this is coming out.
Of course.
We've been known about R. Kelly. Everybody has known about R. Kelly, and they didn't start caring until
this documentary, realistically.
No, until this movement came around. So that's all it is just people coming out of the woodworks. I'm not saying these women are not victims at all, because they definitely are, but everybody's trying to capitalize on being the victim right now because they can. This is the right climate. Like, everybody's telling their story. Some people... And like they're just trying to profit off of it.
And that's why the climate is so hard to judge in right now because so many people could come out and if you accuse someone, their career is ruined.
Exactly.
Just the accusation alone because now it's guilty until proven innocent.
It's always been like that with certain people. But
Right.
For real though, for real. Well, let's put some good news out there. Jay-Z's,
good news.
But Jay-Z's back at it again.
Oh, yeah, shout out Jay-Z.
I love Jay-Z.
He's really out here being a Superman to anybody who's in any kind of trouble with the law. So did you guys hear that story? It was not that long ago.
Yeah, we actually talked about it.
The sixth grader
in Florida.
He was got charged with a misdemeanor for not wanting to do the Pledge of Allegiance because he said it was...
he was supporting Kaepernick.
He was, but he did say that it was racist. It
is racist if you know all the verses.
But my thing, that's his...
the Pledge of Allegiance? Oh, wait, I'm thinking of the Star Spangled Banner.
I mean, it don't matter. Whichever one...
But yeah, he says it represents racism. But what happened to freedom of speech? Why? First of all, why did he get charged with that to begin with?
I can tell you what happened. And regardless, it's still bullshit, but I'll give you context. So... he refused to, and I guess it was a substitute teacher. So he ended up getting into a full-on argument
with the teacher. He brought us not even your job.
That's what I'm saying. He got into a full-on argument with like this grown-ass substitute teacher. She ended up calling the office.
You ain't even a real teacher, boo.
Is this the teacher that said, if it's so bad here, you could go back to where you came from? So first of all, that's not even a real person that needs to be around kids.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they sent him up to the office. He got into it with the faculty and staff, and then they ended up calling like a law enforcement officer, and I guess he was charged with a misdemeanor for.
That's crazy.
I have it right here. Disruption of a school facility and resisting an officer without violence.
Y'all full
Yeah.
In
of
sixth
shit.
grade.
That's
Bullshit.
What kind of precedent do you set?
That's a bullying mechanism.
Hell
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
What kind of
Like same
precedents do
thing
you
with
set?
like with Kaepernick everywhere. No, you have to stand. I thought it was the land of the free. I thought I could.
It is
do what
unless
I
you're a
wanted to
person
do.
of color. As soon as you're a person of color and you try to exercise that right, there's a problem and they want to manipulate. They want to say, yeah, you have freedom of speech, but you don't have freedom of consequences. But I don't see these white people over here super disrespectful. They don't get labeled as terrorists. They just say they got mental health problems.
They get sympathy.
What do you think all these people who've gone through traumatic events?
It shouldn't even get. It should not have even got to the level that it got to. What it comes down to is control. They
Of
want to
course.
control
Well, yeah.
everything that they
Control
possibly can.
anybody
You
of
should
color.
Because it
never-
shouldn't even be a real issue
Like
of
you-
whether
if you have to-
choose to stand or not, or kneel
That's
or
fake.
not, or
If you
whatever.
have to call law enforcement on a sixth grader for not standing for the Pledge of Allegiance,
Right.
that just shows me
Y'all
you
tripping.
have zero experience in
Yeah,
handling
and
children
you're gonna
at all.
end up on Dr. Oz with your child,
See, but
talking about they're out of control and I can't deal with them.
But in a situation where they would actually need law enforcement, they wouldn't even want to pull up now because they figure it's probably something ridiculous, just
Right.
like that. Did they actually show up? They
yeah,
actually showed up.
Yeah. I think they arrested him.
Look, they actually showed up though. That's a crazy thing, and it's funny
When
because
there's real crimes going
Look.
on.
and then and then when people they take street justice in their own hands, and they say, well, why you didn't call the police because
They don't show up in
they
time.
they don't even show up.
Right.
I'm just.
They don't.
They don't show up.
Not for the right things. They don't never show up for the right things.
That'd be
I'm just so concerned for our country because they're calling the 50 on 6-year-olds.
like yo,
And literally
he's
charging
11
them
years old.
for
He's 11.
resisting cops with
Yeah.
no violence.
Yeah,
That's what with no violence.
He 11
I didn't even know that
you
was a
should be
charge. Like, you know
he's
what?
11 years old. Like yo, he's 11.
ridiculous, right?
He watches Recess still.
But
Y'all called the
exactly.
police on him.
Motherfucker is sneaking Nick at night
shouldn't even be
still.
happy to pull these cards. But shout out to Jay-Z because he got and Rock Nation.
Yeah.
They got this charge dropped.
Yeah,
This
thank
shit, which
God.
is shit.
This is why, like, a testament to Jay-Z, because he's like, y'all don't even know how to be leaders. I'm gonna, like, he's really silently stepping up and showing, like, what real leadership is, what real concerns are, and the fact that he was just like, nah, we ain't about to do this.
That's
like,
funny.
I respect it.
It's crazy.
This is
I mean,
ridiculous.
hey.
That's my guy right there.
That's
Yeah,
why I was.
nah.
I mean,
when
y'all
I-
remember
that's my-
Barbecue
that's my
Becky?
goat.
They out here calling kids for selling waters on the sidewalk. Like, y'all are fucking ridiculous. There's real problems in the world. Illegally selling water bottles,
You know what?
not
Yeah,
standing up for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I
Y'all
think
need
a
to
kid-
shut the fuck up.
I think a kid just went to jail or something for selling CDs.
Yeah, it was a 12-year-old. He got arrested or something like because he was selling CDs in a mall.
Right.
Well, it was his
recently,
mixtape.
No. It happened a while ago, but
Yeah, it
it's
is.
resurfaced.
Oh, okay.
Because I think the legalities are still around.
yeah.
Out here trying to slap cups on children. It's some mediocre shit.
I bet you they saying stop resisting. They saying stop resisting
it's
all of that.
systematic.
You know what they doing. They
Yeah,
do.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
systematic. They're trying to say, oh, you're not doing enough to actually be a criminal. Let me give you a criminal record anyways.
Pretty
That's
much.
all that shit is. They're trying to slap a label on people just because they can.
Yeah. Anyway, shout
Look,
out to Jay-Z.
Shout out to Jay-Z and also one more shout out to Jaden Smith because he's working with his organization
Yes.
Just Good to supply
Shout
Shane
out
with
to- I love
mobile
the
water
Smiths.
filtration systems.
Hell
So-
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
the government
Did
doesn't
y'all
want to
hear
give
that?
Flint clean water.
So he did it.
Yes, mobile.
He's doing it.
Yeah.
Right?
What's up?
Mobile water filtration stations.
They want to spend water on the wall but can't clean the water.
That's crazy.
They want to spend water on a wall?
Nah, it
money.
Smells
doesn't.
like money. I see you.
I'm writing that one down.
Hell to the no. Damn, my country.
This one is interesting. I know we get tired of talking about him too, but this one's interesting because apparently Kanye is contractually not allowed to retire. No, I'm gonna lead this into a question.
That's crazy.
Contractually not allowed to retire.
That's crazy.
It's
That's
in
slavery.
his EMI publishing contract. It states West will remain actively involved in writing, recording, and producing compositions and major label albums as your principal occupation. Furthermore, West must at no time during the term. Damn, I forgot to write the rest of it.
No, I know. Yeah, it basically take a break or. Have an extended period of absence.
Go hiatus, yeah. He can't.
That's
so yeah.
I don't care how creative or how genius you are, you need a break. You're gonna burn out.
No, you also need to know when you stop because there's generational barriers in how artistry works.
I mean,
he didn't get a good lawyer to read his paper.
Obviously.
How do you miss that? So
look here. I'm thinking if I'm a young Kanye, I'm a superstar. I'm like, fuck this. I'm going forever. I'm Kanye. I can see him doing some shit like that, and then getting older and being like, damn, I was kind of dumb.
He's running out of
he got
shit.
But we need to do research on that because I want to know when this EMI publishing contract came about. Because I don't believe that was from way back then.
Well, it was something like
I know it was recently revised, right?
Yeah, well, I guess he was trying to get his masters or something, his publishing rights.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to get his publishing rights.
And that didn't happen.
So, if he won, he would basically have control of everything, only from My Dark Twisted Fantasy and beyond.
Yeah.
So, that's
Did he take them motherfuckers to court?
I mean,
he is.
Okay.
He is.
I mean, he
like,
can.
Judge, I have to die.
Unless that contract goes on to the kids.
It sounds crazy, right?
Yeah, that's definitely a technical thing that they messing around with as far as like the wording, but retire.
Sick of him before them too. You know what? We need to let this motherfucker retire. I'm tired of him.
Man,
yeah, let him.
I don't know. That's crazy. But so how does that work for like producers?
Well,
producers get signed?
I mean, you can, but the thing is, Kanye was like being marketed as an artist.
Right.
Of course, he
originally,
was,
yeah.
He was producing his own music. I mean, he do now still, and even then. But, man, that's just be them death deals that they be giving people. The business.
Those are really. That's like a real
Yeah,
it's
kind of
where
weird.
they say you sold your soul. Like you could say that about that kind of contract.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty bad. Like the same thing. Even when you're thinking like what's going on with De La Soul. They were supposed to see that reaction. Even she feel bad. So they were supposed to put out an album or something like that. But thing is, like, what? How many of them is it in the group? Okay, it's about 4 of them.
Like 4.
You know, like they portion is 90-10. So they get 10%, and mind you, that's 10% divided by however many people.
Right.
I remember TLC had a documentary, and they were explaining
theirs
how
is
that
pretty
worked.
bad.
Like for every record sold, you get a cent. So for every record that sold, they got cents.
Yeah, no.
And the record label got everything.
But that was normal.
But
that was normal though.
Yeah,
that was normal though. That's why.
Right, because they had that in NWA too, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, Cube was smart enough to not sign nothing. Right. So he was able to basically demand whatever, and he wrote everything. So the fact that he wrote everything, he gave himself a lot of power. Everybody else was like, nah, you tripping. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
They just saw the money, the rest of them.
Yeah,
I mean,
they weren't thinking long term.
That's even if they saw that. A lot of people don't see money. They'll see everything else before they see money, attention and stuff like that.
Yeah, the lifestyle.
Because that word exposure is a big attraction word.
Oh, of course. Then, now, you know what I mean? Like, that's why you got to have, have your business stuff together. Or just even the knowledge of it.
Right.
So, but as far as Kanye, somebody let him down as far as that. Because they using that, saying that he can't retire. That's ridiculous. But that's what they using. So, who knows what happened.
There's labor laws, so I'm pretty sure
It's a good way to think about it.
There has to be a way out of that contract, even if it's another decade or whatever.
I mean, he could pay. He could just pay.
I'm pretty sure that's the case too. But California is really heavy with their labor laws. I did study HR for a little bit. Yes. California don't play, so I think he'll be okay.
I know.
Depending on where the contract was signed. Depending on where it was signed. If it was signed in California, he should be okay.
Tell me about it. Anytime an employer would try to do something crazy, I'll go look it up. Can I sue them for this?
According to HR code 1113, that's a no, B.
A lot of money out here.
That's funny. That's funny.
But let's get on in it. If y'all are just tuning in, we got Rahn G.
Yo.
Known as 1990 BPM. Nick?
Yeah, that's my producer alias.
Okay.
So Rahn G, also known as 1990 BPM, Ball Music Productions LLC.
We got our first producer in the house. You guys normally get the artists themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But so, with that being said, we do have a lot of questions. So, we're around them, might have even been to a couple studio sessions. We kind of know, we kind of have a good grasp on how it works, like, they got to find a beat, they got to come up with the lyrics, add ad-libs, and they got to try to get noticed to the masses with IG and performing on stages and stuff as much as possible. Mm-hmm. So, how is the hustle different for a producer?
Well, it depends what you want to do. I mean, it's so many different routes. Mm-hmm. Like, I'll give you 3 scenarios, right? So you could make licensing music. Mm-hmm. So everything you hear in commercials and movies and stuff like that, you can literally just make music, just make certain pieces just for that, and then
like
submit
a jingle.
Them.
They call it. Yeah.
Well, not necessarily that. Not necessarily that, but. Just you could create music and then just submit it to music libraries. And then, like, let's say if you was a director or producer, you could go to a certain music library, you could look up stuff, and then, okay, you could say, I like this, and then, he probably made that, so he signed with that, some kind of, like a deal with that, that music library. Now he's getting residuals. As many times as it's placed. So you could make money like that. So that's just something that's not much of a rat race. You really don't hear too much about that, but we do watch TV and we do hear the music. Somebody made it.
That's
for
true.
That. Somebody made it for that. Then you have your just obvious, people that's trying to get the big placements and stuff like that. So they probably send a lot of songs to people and just regular producers.
Like stuff. Artists.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like, sending to artists, trying to get the song placed. So it's all, like, it's almost the same. Like, they trying to get it placed in different places, but this is different. Because thing is, I could send you a song, but, they'd do it, and it might not be on the album. That happens.
Right.
So, obviously you would want it to get placed because you want the residuals. You want long money.
Right.
So you may get paid up front. Or, you may get paid up front for it. And then, if it don't get placed, then you're not really going to see no money. You're not really going to see no money from it. Then, there's the internet, people's taking advantage of that. And basically you're making licensable music at a certain rate. So basically, if you try to contact Timbaland or something, he gonna hit you with like a he gonna hit you in the head with a bat. So it kind of like what I got myself into at the moment is you have these online platforms where you can sell your beats from, and they have contracts and stuff like that, and it's real professional. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like, hey, I make beats, and then you like, hey, send me that beat that you playing right now. I'm like, okay, bet. Cash at me 25. Like, nah, it's not like that. Like, it's actually, nah. It actually got some, like, it's structured and stuff like that. So, you sell things at a like a fraction of a price, but it's yours though. It's yours. You can sell it as many times as you want to, so you can make it be.
So you'll sell the same beat?
Of course, you can.
Do you inform them?
They know, and the reason why they know because if it's not exclusive, then it's anybody can buy it.
Okay.
But
So
They
that
know.
so that's say if you didn't like have direct contact with this person and you didn't develop this beat specifically for them. It's just a beat you have, and if people want to use it, they can contact you.
Yeah, they could go to your store. You know, you have like an online store. They go to your store, browse through, you know, listen to beats, and then like you could literally buy it right there. And there's different platforms that that you could do that with. BeatStars, another one called Airbit, and you know, you could put your beats on there. It's easy as uploading a picture on Facebook. You just uploading the beat, just like uploading something on SoundCloud. You know, so you could do that, and you know, somebody looking for some music, and you know, it's real. And the good thing about it, you know, what I liked about doing is making it like budget friendly. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people go for like the home run, but you necessarily don't have to do that. I mean, I know how I feel to be an artist, so I'm catering to the indies. You know, people don't really have like budgets like that.
Yeah,
you know?
not yet.
People don't have budgets like that, so you selling something at a fraction of a price, and I don't have to, you know, hit their home run and try to get 500 from you when I could make money off of this for forever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's your real estate.
Definitely.
What do you say to those artists that be like, "Hey, Rahn G, let me get a beat, man."
So,
For free.
For free though.
well,
What you got for free?
to be honest, of course, you know that happened.
Yeah.
But what people I understand is it's bad for the economy of indies, because thing is, if you want something for free, right? If you want something for free, and I give it to you, I'm not collecting nothing, and I can't invest that money into servicing you.
Right.
So if you give me a certain amount of money, I could take that money to get new equipment, or, you know, pay for an online course about something, and, you know, you're not contributing to me giving you better product.
Right.
So it's basically like, you know, help me help you.
Right.
Plus, you know, you gotta invest. You have to invest.
How do you
Have to
turn
invest.
those people down?
They ask.
Nah, man.
Oh no. No, this how I do it. This how I do it.
Nah.
They ask
Go
for the
somewhere.
beats. Yo, what's up, man? I need some beats. I just shoot them my website link and say all the beats is there. For real. Nah, for real. I mean, because it's like this.
That's
I mean,
ballhogbeats.com.
Exactly, ballhogbeats.com. And like, you know, it's very disrespectful. I mean, I don't take it personal, but the thing is, like, I mean, you don't go to Subway like, yo, let me get a meatball. Like, nah, they gonna be like, yeah, oh, you want a meatball? Oh, okay, yeah, the prices are there. So the thing is, you can't do
Let
that.
me get $6 though.
Okay, think about it. Where do that work at? Where do that work?
At my mama's house.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only place it's gonna work is your
Exactly.
mama's house.
Mama, let me hold it.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
Mama, what about them? What about them noodles though?
Or at carnivals where they're
Yeah.
giving away like goodie bags. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, nah, but you know, it's, you know,
Realistically,
yeah,
Okay.
a producer's beat, or you know what I'm saying? It's like it's your real estate, so you wouldn't go nowhere and ask, yo, let me have free rent. Like this is
Yeah.
somebody's trying to support.
Imagine
themselves
if
to a certain
somebody did
degree.
that,
Yeah,
though. I
but
wonder if that-
they not looking at it like that. It's a selfish way of thinking, to be honest.
It is.
Hey,
It is.
let me have this. But the thing is, like, I probably spent $3,000 to make something that I'm probably only selling for $30, and you still want it for free.
Yeah.
What kind of shoes you got on? Oh, those are nice. How much you pay for those? That's a nice shirt you got on. How much you pay for that? Oh, that's a nice hat you got on. That's a nice. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, did you go in the
you
store?
can't. That's not a.
Be like,
nah,
let me get that.
that's not the way. You're not gonna
you
make
did
it like
bring
that.
up a good point about it's not good for the economy of indies, and I don't think a lot of people realize that. Like,
It's
there's
not.
like that huge economy that we all participate in, but within your genre, within your
niche.
your niche, yeah, within, you know, whatever category you fall in, there are economies. So you're absolutely right. You do need to support each other and invest in each other and contribute to that economy, especially
Yeah.
if you're trying to grow.
It's a circle.
And
It's
that's
a circle. That's all
help
it
me
is.
helping you is definitely
That's all it is.
Putting food in each other's mouths.
That's all it is. Obviously, if you're asking something from me, obviously you like what I have to offer. So,
and respect that you had to take time to learn.
All of that costs money
experience.
and stuff like that. And people, the thing is, it's not, it's not a marathon or nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's really like a sprint. Everybody want the fastest way possible. So it's like, let me do this, let me do that. Like, y'all know where I came from.
Yeah.
Like, so, y'all was there. We
LBCC in the hallway.
You feel me? Like, we was there. Everybody is. Come on.
Yeah,
we really
started
was.
From the bottom.
Really was
no,
there, though.
We're really
We
fine
was there,
spit.
though.
That's how I made
and growing.
That's how I got into my internships. That's how I made a lot of connections. To this very day, I owe it to going to LBCC. You don't think it's nothing, but it is.
It really is. That's so
it's what you make of it, though.
Yeah, of course. You gotta build on it. You know what I'm saying? So people don't understand where we came from. Like when you was interning with Power 106, that was no surprise to me. You feel me? Shit, man, y'all already had y'all show 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So,
real.
And now look, you know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. Like people don't understand, man. They just think about themselves. It's a selfish way of thinking, and
we make it look fun, or they see us like putting it out there because we're proud of ourselves, so they think it came easy, and that's definitely not the case. It's hard work, dedication, and fine tuning. Same for you.
Yeah, it take time.
Yeah.
Everything take time, but it's just like
you just can never give
kind
up.
of disregarding everything. So,
but speaking of that, so you're not just a producer. You're still an artist. You also songwrite. You teach. You share your knowledge with people. What's your favorite aspect of your whole production? Because Baja production isn't just producing. It's all of those things under one.
Really, my favorite thing that I haven't fully even jumped into is just the education part, just giving people info. Because thing is, I was vending at an event over the weekend, and I was explaining to people that nobody in my family make music. Like nobody on my mom's side, my dad's side. There's nobody in my family that make music. So there's nobody with a background.
Right. So
anything that I had to acquire as far as knowledge, like
you did that yourself.
Exactly. So, it may be other people like that, and I just want to be in a position where I'm just giving game. You know what I'm saying? Because I really didn't have too much guidance as far as music. The only person that really gave me guidance, my friend Pro. He actually came up there to Long Beach City once, and I had this video. I did a video. He was like the only person that really gave me any kind of guidance. You know what I'm saying? And he passed away last year. And
rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace to the boy Pro. But that's like the only, and he's only a couple years older than me. So it's kids telling other kids. Like that's basically what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, it's people that we the generation of the dreamers. You don't have to, you don't have to get the traditional job.
No, hell, I don't believe in that at all.
You don't have to.
That's why, just to get by, only just to get by in the meantime.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, like, there's a disconnect, not even just in hip-hop, but just even on the street. There's a disconnect with, like, the older generation and
not being mentors.
Yeah. They saying, like, they
look at us as a threat. That's what it felt like, because we don't reach back. They don't reach back and say, "Here, let me help you." They're just like, "Y'all don't know what the fuck you're doing."
Yeah, no, but the thing is, they can't help us. That's the thing.
I didn't even look at it that way.
No, they can't, because everything's changing constantly. Yeah. And just like they had to start their own wave and carry each other up, we got to do the same exact thing.
Yeah, that one's tough for, like I said, I probably gave you guys this example, but when I was interning at Power 106 and I would see the people in the hallway that I grew up listening to, they really can't help you like that, because it's like somebody's on their head every day talking about keeping up, like, they didn't have to keep up with social media. Now they do. So it's always something that they have to learn, and they're trying to keep their jobs too. I get it,
Yeah.
but there's a way though.
Of course.
To accomplish both, keep your job at a way it could work for you too.
Yeah, I mean that's not gonna mean just suppressing information.
Yeah,
That's not gonna help nobody get nowhere.
Right, exactly. Because at the end of the day, the person you're giving the knowledge to still has to apply it.
Right.
That's what they don't. That's what I think they're forgetting. They just think like, let me keep all this to myself.
Yeah, you just got to do it in the right way. Like J. Cole found his way by dropping, semi-education in music with the bop, like that 1985. Yeah.
Yeah. He's just giving information.
Right.
Yeah.
Just giving information.
And that's a song. Like, but it's different ways to do it. People got to be more like mentors. And I feel like I really didn't have too many mentors, but. So, okay, there's going to be others just like me. Mm-hmm. I can't let that happen.
Yeah.
Straight like that.
Right.
Okay. But you said that they can't help us.
Well,
can you elaborate on that?
Okay, the reason why I said that because if somebody don't have no knowledge on something,
Oh, okay.
they won't even acknowledge that they don't have the knowledge. They just gonna shoot it down. So they'll tell you go pick up a mop or go do this and it's nothing wrong with none of that. But the thing is, because they don't understand something, they completely shutting it down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So
It's
true.
kids out here that's doing that's on YouTube reviewing toys, getting 20 million and stuff like that.
This little boy
Straight
and his
up.
daddy.
Making money off of
Older
reviewing
people
toys.
don't necessarily. There's certain older people, they don't understand certain things, so they shooting it down.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, okay, if I'm not doing something right, tell me what to do. And as soon as you say how,
They're silent.
exactly.
That's crazy.
With certain people, so
So you think we kind of need to mutually help each other? We got to put them on game. What's changing with us, and they got to help us.
Everything.
In
every industry.
In everything.
You're right.
Life,
it's not exclusive.
in everything. That's everything.
Life,
You know what I'm saying?
definitely.
Music is so small. You know what I'm saying? Obviously it's not, but I'm just saying it's bigger than that.
In the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, come on now, even we all met at school, and I got my I got my certain interpretations about that experience. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
Oh yeah, definitely. Our little brother is a prime example. We have 9 years on him, so there's certain things that between me and my sister that I'm just I wish mom and dad would have did things differently. I wish they would have had certain conversations with me. So I know when I have alone time with him, I do try to have those conversations. I do try to hit him with life. I do try to prepare him for because my thing is, when you talk and you share your knowledge with somebody, you're low-key giving them a walkthrough. You're preparing them. It's you're not going through a situation for the first time anymore because you have a little bit of prior knowledge. And that's definitely how I wish a lot of people would approach life is, let me just share this experience with you just so if you ever come across it, you're a little bit mentally prepared at least minimal.
Or have some kind of
perspective,
ideology.
yeah.
Or it's not
idea.
the first time you're thinking about it.
Of course.
At least have an idea in your head.
Even though it's nothing, it's not about trying to hold nobody's hand and nothing like that.
No,
because,
of course not.
The fact that I wasn't exposed to certain things, it kind of helped me a little bit. It's because I really enjoyed, what I was doing.
Yeah, so you enjoy learning.
It didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Music is, people see it as nothing but an outlet. You know what I'm saying? As an outlet. When I got to Long Beach City, I was 19. I was already making music probably 4 years before that, recording all of that. So when I had certain classes and they teaching Pro Tools, I was in the back. I was chilling. I was on the aim. You feel me? Because I already knew it.
Yeah.
But it's different for everybody. But it's different. It was different things and stuff like that. But as far as information and people sharing and stuff like that, the best thing about even something like that was just being around people that everybody's trying. So
Yeah.
it didn't really matter, who did what. The fact that we was all like together, that was cool.
It was.
I was
it
even just
was the
motivated
same-
by that.
It was
Yeah.
a creative space.
Right.
Because
Yeah,
I wasn't even in
definitely.
those classes, but I loved hanging around y'all.
Hey, shout out to J Diddy, man. Shout out to Jeremiah. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Shout
I
out
got
to Ronnie.
Jeremiah.
I got another question though.
Go ahead.
So, you work with artists while they're like working on their projects, their albums?
Oh, yeah. I mean, in different ways, though. Even just like, yo, send me something. I don't necessarily have to be the person producing it, to help.
Okay. I just wanted to know if you've ever worked with somebody who was horrible lyrically.
Just water back a little bit.
And how did you
of course.
approach that situation?
Well, in situations like that, it'd be more of like somebody. I haven't had this happen lately, but it'd be like, can somebody want me to get on a song or something? And the thing is, I would do it because I appreciate them asking me. So no matter how I felt about it, if you ask me to do a song, I do it.
So I kind of want to touch on something like that as well. So as a producer, and even as just like if you're just writing lyrics, right? There's a big learning curve to all that, and I feel like as a producer, you have one of the biggest learning curves out there.
Super.
And with the way music industry is moving right now, trap is like the big thing. Little, minimal, repetitive lyrics on a nice beat. So you as a producer, do you feel like the role of the producer is starting to overtake the role of the artist?
Well, I'm gonna say no, but the producer is more visible. Usually, you would just find them in the credits. Okay, what you was gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say, the artist kind of ain't never nothing without the producer, though.
Of course.
'Cause-
Yeah, I mean, that's why everybody need each other.
Right.
Nobody's rapping on, nobody's putting out acapella albums.
Yeah, not no more.
I was
That was
going
back
through
in Boyz II Men days.
I was going through the
Man,
pizza.
they acapellas was hitting.
Yeah,
I can't even lie, though.
They did
Yeah.
though. You
Like, they
didn't need-
vocal arrangement is
exactly. You
Yeah,
didn't
it's
need
crazy.
it.
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope. But I mean, people's it's the producers and artists definitely need each other, and they be now we get to see who the producer is nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like, they right there, they dropping the album basically like a DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled, he's not necessarily like, he's a different kind of producer. You know what I'm saying? He's like a producer like Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you could go inside the studio and quarterback a song, okay, we're going to do it like this. You don't necessarily have to play a key. You don't have to do nothing but, or even like Quincy Jones. Even though Quincy Jones, he can do all the production arrangements too, but just like, okay, we're going to do it like this.
Yeah.
So, we were talking about Michael Jackson earlier.
Right.
A lot of that.
Yeah, he's a
Quincy
very
Jones.
hands-on director.
Yeah, like, even
producer.
like a Dr. Dre. But if Dr. Dre is, basically putting his touches on the song, he probably produced it. But it's different ways you could produce. But in a general way, like the person who make the beat, yeah, you know what I'm saying, they out there more. They faces is
More visible.
More visible. They got tags now. Oh, that's Metro Boomin. No, that's
Oh,
Take
yeah,
Heat.
yeah.
So that's kind of dope though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was sitting there laughing, thinking about those producers that work at the smaller studios, and they have to sit there because they're getting paid and just listen to that horrible music all day.
Oh, yeah. Nah. The
I was
engineers
just
got
sitting
bad.
there. Yeah. The
They got it bad.
engineer.
They got it bad.
A lot of producers have made themselves known with their tags, like Mustard on the Beat, DJ Khaled, just a DJ Khaled, so on and so forth. Yours
Metro
is
Boomin phone,
1990
touch you,
forever.
That's 90 forever.
1990 forever. So I'm just gonna say that just gives away your age.
Oh, that's fine. That's cool.
But what made you decide to rebrand as a producer with 1990?
You know what? As far as the rebrand, I knew I needed to do something different, and I wanted to, and it was certain things going on. Like, you know, I'm weighing out my options. I'm assessing myself. A lot of people, they just, you know, they just kind of just do what they do, but they really don't stop and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Weigh out your options. You know what I'm saying? Me, if I don't have any options, I gotta create mine, right? So
I know that's right.
So I was like, man, now I still needed to feed my creativity because, you know, before, you know, all this stuff and, you know, people think they want to be famous and
Yeah.
this and that money, like, okay, you still like doing this, regardless if you getting anything from it.
Right.
So just back to the basics. Sometimes you get upset like, oh, I'm not where I want to be. I'm not, but it's like, yo, sometimes you just need to go back to having fun.
Why you fell in love with it?
Yeah, exactly.
In the first place.
So, as far as being an artist, and then the rebrand, you know, think about it, when you be an artist is like, it's like you're in character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even though I didn't portray myself a certain way, so I really necessarily didn't have an image. But remember, it's all about selling points. So you
right,
know,
but
still have to control the
a lot of
narrative
them,
to
it
an
is like a
extent.
character because a lot
It's
of them
nothing-
do have like that alter ego.
yeah, it's. But
Like
thing is, that's-
Eminem, Slim Shady.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like an actual
example.
thing where, I mean, that was like a rap, like alter ego, but people was actually like, Eminem, he really know people don't think he's Slim Shady. I'm talking about as far as like, that's he just walk around like, excuse me, like I'm Slim Shady. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? It's a rap thing, but like, you know, people, they try to give out these certain images, you know what I'm saying? And I never really was into that. But the thing is, that was like the selling points and stuff like that. So, you know, I've been frustrated with stuff like, man, I feel like you gotta play a lot of games.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a man first. Forget all of this.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest, like, my music necessarily don't have to leave the house. Now, obviously, I want it to, but I'm just saying, like, if I gotta make a fool out of myself, man, this ain't for me.
Yeah.
Right.
Give me an example, like a good example of somebody making a fool of themselves.
6ix9ine.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
for sure.
Okay, that's easy.
Yeah.
Easy. No,
Yeah.
because the thing
Say
is,
no mas.
See, no, because and the thing is, and you know, I enjoy this music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I enjoyed it for what it is. But the thing is,
He was portraying something that
yeah,
completely
because the thing
wasn't
is,
him.
he was, you know, portraying a certain thing, and then, you know, when everything came crashing down, it's like, no, I'm not that. So it's like, bro, now you gotta prove that you're not that. But there's so much evidence out there, and you've been saying, hey, I'm this. Now you backtracking and saying,
No.
it's not-
Right,
I'm
you
just
can't have
kidding,
people. You
just
can't.
kidding.
Hold on.
You can't have people take you serious
Just
when you
kidding.
portrayed yourself as someone who doesn't give a fuck your entire career.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you know, I wasn't necessarily in that. I mean, it's a lot of artists in California that do that, but
Oh yeah, they
to each
think
his
that
own.
it ha-
To
yeah,
each his
yeah,
own.
yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's what you want to do. Fine. You know what I'm saying? I look,
that think you
I
have
would-
to go get the dreads, like,
or just
or
all of it.
They think a certain
Face
look means a
tattoos.
certain thing.
Man, I want people to be happy. I want people to not feel like they have to do this to make it. But some people are willing to do anything to make it. You know what I'm saying? And it could be a negative and a positive too. It's just that, like, you know, I mean, it's nothing wrong with having like pride and stuff like that. Like, you know, what if I'm wilding so much that my family don't even want to deal with me no more?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is that worth it?
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Is that worth it? So that's why we gotta be careful of, you know, who we dismissing and stuff like that, because, you know, even somewhere like California, like it's kind of like known that like people don't really like support each other.
No.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like
They'll
that's
hate
a
on you
known
before
fact.
they wanna
Just like the
support.
weather. Just like the weather, California got good
Switchable.
weather, and people don't rock with each other. Now, we got to change that. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying, like, you know, people, they might start wilding now, they doing things out their character because they just trying to get some attention.
Yeah.
Clout
You know what I'm
chasing.
saying? And it's like, well, you know, people have something to say about them acting the ass, but, you know, when they wasn't acting the ass, well, you wasn't rocking with them either, so. it's
Yeah.
like,
Right.
So we got to
But
be
now
careful.
you're looking, even if it's from a distance.
You gotta be careful. So I mean, that was the whole thing. Like, you know, I just really wasn't trying to be like no kind of character or nothing like that. So,
and that's what's up because that momentary you acting crazy, all that it does bring you momentary traction, but that's the key word is momentary. Bro, it doesn't give you longevity.
Yeah, and I know it's a lot of aspects of business and stuff when it comes to music, but like, I'm only trying to make music. Like, I'm not trying to get into nothing where I gotta act like this, because people's, they running up on people and they but the thing is, like,
they don't want to work for it, they want to take it.
Yeah, that's why people getting exposed and stuff, but you can't expose me. Expose anybody being real and being themselves is just, I don't have to do nothing. But that's I only want to make music. I don't want to do nothing else. All the weird stuff, I'm cool. Like, I don't want no parts of that. You feel me? No
I feel you on that.
So, as far as like it's the production, I always, I had my drum machine. I had it for a minute, and I was so much in artist mode. I never got a chance to sit down and really just, focus on that. So, you could do a lot of things from computers, but when I start showcasing stuff just on Instagram, like what I'm doing from this machine, like people was appreciating it.
Yeah, because it's entertainment. Hell yeah, I'd love to see that. So
I know I was gonna ask. I know I saw that was advertised or highlighted on your bios, the live drums. Do you do any other live instruments?
I don't, but I want to learn. It's this one program I use called Melodics. So, you could practice like finger drumming, you could practice like keys and stuff. Matter of fact, when we linked up, when I seen y'all last, it was 2 events going on at that place. So y'all was there for the guy, and his music was rocking. So and then
which guy? Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. So then it was another event right after. So I was there doing a beat set on my drum machine.
Oh, we missed it.
I was just there early. It was 2 events. I was confused. I didn't know what was going on.
Okay.
But it was 2 different events. So that was just for him. And, like his release party or something.
Yeah.
So it was something else after that. That's why I was there.
Okay.
Because it got weird. Like after that, they was making people leave, and I'm like, yo, what's going on?
Well, that's why we left. They were clearing it out.
Was that the day the guy threw popcorn on the floor?
No, that was a totally different.
Oh, okay, never mind.
That shit was weird. They had some weirdo dressed in a hospital robe who thought he was Morpheus. From the Matrix.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
That shit right there. That's that shit we were just talking about. All that extra shit for attention.
Yeah, that's for another
time.
I
seen a dude in a diaper on the Instagram.
No,
seriously, I seen a dude in a diaper.
I've seen one too.
I seen a girl on there too.
It's crazy.
But look, if you could work with an artist tomorrow, like it'd be like, yo, can you make me a beat tomorrow? One artist
for free.
That's already out there in the game. Who would it be?
Man, you said like I get to choose?
Yeah.
If it was like that, I would have to say like Jay or something. I'm gonna be honest. I have another answer too though. I have another answer.
Ho?
Other than Jay-Z, I'll say like Trey Songz.
Trey Songz.
Yeah, because I like R&B. I like obviously I like rap too, but I like R&B.
Okay, I love R&B.
Yeah, so.
Hey, okay, I'm with the whole.
Is there a specific genre of music you prefer to make beats for, like more than anything? Is it R&B?
Not necessarily. My background is in hip hop, so hip hop R&B is kind of like right there. And obviously, you kind of gotta learn other stuff too. I wasn't just listening to like pop and stuff growing up.
Right.
It's like actual pop. Like you gotta learn it. It's like a baby.
Yeah,
a baby gotta learn to talk. Like you gotta listen to it. Then So making hip hop, it's not. I'm not gonna say it's not necessarily so hard because it's not foreign.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not foreign.
Okay.
And growing up, it's either hip hop or gospel or R&B.
So true.
Yeah.
So coming up,
you feel me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
So not this Saturday, but next Saturday, Are you going to be a part of, or are you just going to be at the Spin on the Mic Poetry Slam contest?
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to be a part of it, but I'm going to be there. That's my boy, Rodney.
Okay. That sounds cool, though.
Yeah, no,
I love to go to
stuff
contest.
Like that.
Yeah. I'm going to be there showing support for my boy. I might be doing, like, some, like, live beats and intermissions and stuff like that, but, it's, man, my boy Rod, he been doing his thing. I call him Crack. That's his nickname is Crack. But he been grinding, man. He really been grinding for years. Like, when we was in high school, he was winning like poetry contests and stuff like that.
Yeah.
With like no background, and like a couple years ago, I remember in 2014 he wrote like a script called Planners, and it was all these different characters, but they had different like the names was like of different nuts, cashew and I can't really think of all of them.
I get it.
It was like so many different ones. It's so many like, but it was all like in the nut family, boss. But so he been doing this thing and doing the spoken word and stuff, and it's like, man, people just trying to be creative, man. I'm just happy that he being creative, and I'm there for it.
Real quick, what's the next thing we could catch you at? We gotta wrap it up. We coming at the end of time.
You know what? I'm gonna be in a beat battle on Saturday.
Send us that information if you have a flyer.
Yeah, it's in like Grand Terrace or something. But yeah. But other than that, I think I'm gonna do some other like events, being a vendor and stuff, just giving awareness to what I do and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely keep you updated.
That's what's up. Just make sure you send that to our inbox and we'll post it. So we are at the end of the hour. Time just be going by fast.
Super.
Y'all know what it is. If you're looking for beats, you tune in. Hit up ballhogbeats.com so you'll find Rahn G's work at. And then anything else, you have questions.
He is tagged on our page, so if you need to find him on Instagram, social media, he's tagged at Ballhog Beats. Just like the website.
I have to make it simple.
Yeah. But y'all know what to do. Stay tuned in on the page till next Wednesday. So yeah,
until then.
Until next Wednesday, we out.
We out.
Yeah.